Today on the channel, don't call him Leatherhead, but we've got the big bad toy store exclusive, Crocker.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another not-so Ninja Turtle unboxing and review. As today we got the Wilderness Hunter Crocker, the big bad toy store exclusive. But for all your non-Ninja Turtle and maybe some of your Ninja Turtle needs, make sure you're hitting up Big Bad Toy Store. Use the link in the description below, and Big Bad Toy Store is the only way you're going to get this version, as this is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. I did order the regular edition, and then I must have missed the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive one. I saw this, I canceled my regular edition, and I ordered this in its place. I love the different look to this one, as this one feels a little bit more Leatherheady to me than maybe the other one. And let's be honest here, this is based off of Leatherhead from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but you got to dance around the IPs a little bit, and that's exactly what Wilderness Crocker is doing here. Kind of like, what was it, the 5K or the Fury Toys? We had the Spring Ninja Turtle that definitely wasn't Leonardo that we unboxed on the channel not so long ago. We'll compare that one to this one here later too, but we've seen a lot of that third-party magic with the Ninja Turtles, much like the Transformers, who I think are kind of the kings of that. We've seen a lot of that as of late, and I think the Ninja Turtle stuff's ramping up, and let's be honest, there's tons and tons of Ninja Turtle figures out there for anybody that wants to collect them. Many different lines, including third-party ones, reimagined. But let's do this review like we're doing all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So let's take a look at the old Wilderness Hunter Crocker. Look at that right there. Looking a lot like Leatherhead, as we said. Big window box. This is a heavy, heavy piece of plastic as well. I will make note of that. Very heavy here, but very cool looking. Interesting packaging. It says the Fury Planet. The Fury Planet on the side, and then on the other side we got Wilderness Hunter Crocker. Very, very cool. Like the looks of that. I forgot to mention the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive logo up there. Got it down here below as well. There's the back of the package. Is there any reading to be done? I don't know. Comic book included. That should be interesting. It says transform between two styles. Plenty of accessories with this bad boy here as well. A lot going on in here. So let's dive in though. Let's get after it. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what all the fuss is about. There's been some fuss, let me tell you. There's been some fuss. And this thing I think I pre-ordered like well over a year ago. I swear I did. See you later. But it finally came. You know, all good things come to those that wait. Look at this. Fury Planet Wilderness Hunter Crocker. And he's dropping the F-bomb right in the corner there. The F-bomb. Dropping it right there. Kids, don't look at this. It says July 1. Interesting. Maestro Union by the Comic Code. Very, 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 very interesting. But we'll look at that a little bit here. Oh my gosh, we have to take this on flying. There's twist ties for days here. But there he is, just a big, big, beefy boy there, like I said. We got two plastic trays. Yes, we do. Let me break this open. We'll take a look at the plastic prison on this one here as well. And you got extra hands, you got extra accessories there, looking really, really cool. So let me take this offline. Let me get this all out. We'll be back talking all things Crocker. All right, I got Crocker out of the package. Let's break this one down. First, I did look at the comic book. This comic book is a very, very thick comic book, actually, and gives this whole life story here. Always cool to see stuff like this as a throw-in, give you a little bit of a backstory about this character that is definitely different than Leatherhead, of course, but very, very cool. I'm here for that. Like the looks of that. But now, this guy, talk about a big, beefy boy. As you can see right here, he is huge. But let's start with these accessories first. That's where we always start these reviews, and we're going to start it off with the hands here for Crocker. Now, he's got two gripping hands on him, so we do come stock with those, and we got two big old splayed out hands right here, of course, right, looking really, really nice. Looking like an alligator, a crocodile, I guess, is what this would be, technically, crocodile. We get those big crocodile mitts right here, so once again, choose your own hand adventure. And then we get pointing fingers, because we all know crocodiles, they're always pointing to their next victim. They're giving them the old point there, and we got two pointer hands here. Looking really nice. Love the scaling. Looks very reptilian, of course. Almost dinosaur-like, which we do know. And then you got the nice nails in the black there, really pointing out a difference. But no fists on this guy. This crocodile not throwing fists at anybody, apparently. But now let's dive into some of these accessories he has here. Of course, he's out in the bayou. He's hunting frogs, maybe a turtle or two. And we got a big old knife for Crocker here. Nice sculpting down here, kind of a worn look, so it looks like it's been used quite a few times over the years, but a nice handle here. Nice blade, nice curve to the blade, a little bit sharp. This isn't for kids, of course. 18 and up on this toy, but very nice weapon there. And then you do get his shotgun here, of course, much like Leatherhead back in the day, always had this weapon. You got that same kind of tan color going on, the wear and tear on here, the dings and stuff, all sculpted and painted in, looking really nice. Nice handle on here. Then you get the silver, almost like a little rust to the silver, a little patina, as some might say. But very good here, looking really nice. Big weapon, of course, to go with the Crocker figure. And then we do get a few other things. We do get this holster here for his shotgun, and this just goes right over the body. But what is really cool about this is this brown seatbelt. That's what it looks like. It looks identical to a seatbelt. It's like he found this out of an old junker car, put this together, worked it up, away, you put it over him, hand the shotgun in here, and you are technically off to the races. But very cool. I like that extra attention to detail. Looks really good, and of course this fits right in there. Very snug, very tight. You throw this over his back, and there you go. You're off there. Now we get a few extra things here, some interesting stuff. So we get this little holder here. I wonder if this is for the knife. I'm going to guess yes. So you got a little sheath for the knife. You got a little plug that goes into the back, on the back of him. There's a little spot for this. So everything can be stored on the figure, which you guys know I really do appreciate. Always love that. Another thing we have here is a little hook here, and they say in the instructions you can hook these handcuffs on here if you want to store these here, or you can put them around his hands. Do whatever you want, but you got the two big old handcuffs here. Nice little chain going on, a little plastic chain, but really nice detail here. So you can have both these cuffs on like they're broken. You can also store the cuffs on the side there, so he can have these dangling out the back if he wants to use these on somebody else. So we do get some handcuffs with him. Just everything can be stored on the figure, which I really do like. Then you get a hat here, once again, very much like Leatherhead, and oh baby, just noticed something. The power of magnets. Oh, magnets. Is there anything better than magnets and Velcro? I really don't think there is. But this should, theoretically, it's got a magnet in it. It should just, yep, there it is. You can feel the little grip there. I love it. The power of magnets compels me like a young Magneto. So you can put that hat right there on his head, and bam, that magnet keeps it in place. I wonder if I can dump this. Look at that. Look at the power of magnets. Oh, I feel like Mr. Wizard here, but that is cool. I like that a whole lot. I like the string. Of course, string can be around his neck. You get the magnet, you get the black color. Just looks like something Leatherhead would have. Of course, Leatherhead from the Turtles. So there you go. You got that. Now we got these pieces, which confused me at first, but it's basically neck pieces. As you can see on Crocker here, he's got the long neck going on, kind of like the length. This is a way to shorten that up. So you got different neck pieces here. You can put the head attached to. Choose your own neck head adventure. These are just different ways to go to market here. So I like this. You can make him a little bit more Leatherhead-like with one of these, or you can have him as Crocker with a little bit longer head, longer going on there. Just really, how do you want him to be? And that's a very cool option here that really makes the figure look a lot different. Of course, we'll have it in the glamour shots in this very video, some of the different combinations and different looks you can have for Crocker. But I really like that attention to detail. Once again, I was not expecting that. I didn't remember that in the solicitations. Like I said, this was ordered probably over a year ago at this point. So it's a little bit some surprises here in the video. But now we get down to old Crocker here, and I love it. I love this vest he has going on, and that's why I got this one. I think the other one had more of a tan vest. This is a little bit brighter, and once again, I didn't realize this, but it's all money. It's money in the vest here. I think that is really cool, and then you get a little camouflage on the front. Just a very cool looking vest, and I love the bright color here that really brightens this one up. You can imagine, of course, if you have a brown vest on here, it's a little darker, things like that, but this just adds a little extra pizzazz, in my opinion, to him. So I like the looks of that a whole lot. I guess we'll walk through some of this articulation really quick, real fast. Arms do go all the way around. Very tight joints on this guy. There is no looseness anywhere, but the arms go all the way around. You do get a bicep cut. You got a single jointed elbow, but they are pinless. They are pinless. And then, of course, hands removable, hands side to side, back and forth, so you got a ton of articulation there. Of course, you got the hula hoop at the midsection, and then you got the traditional waist going there. You get the legs, they go up and down. Not crazy articulation, but you do get some movement there. You do get knee articulation, and then you get the side to side, back and forth on the feet. So you got plenty there. No place for a stand. There's no hole in the feet, anything like that, but he's got a pretty big base, and then, of course, the tail that can be used as a tripod for him. I will mention the tail. I definitely had to heat that up. There was no way without heat you're going to get that tail put in there. So I heated it up a little bit, stuck it in, and it is good to go. You got different points of articulation on the tail. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of articulation on this tail. I like that a whole lot. You know, of course, alligators, crocodiles, what have you, they got a lot of movement with their tail, mix and match all over the place, and we get that right here. And of course, it is on a ball joint at the end, so you get all that movement there. Very cool. Of course, you can remove this vest if you want to. For me, I'm leaving it on, but if you want this to look more like a Killer Croc from your Batman, you put those handcuffs on him, you take this vest off, man, you got a version of Killer Croc you can use here. So this guy can fit in multiple different collections. He could be in this Fury line just as himself. He can, of course, move into some Ninja Turtle lines. He can move into some Batman lines. Heck, you could put him with your Marvel Legends if you want to, as something like that. So there's a lot of places this guy could go, which I think is really cool and really neat. Getting down to the head here, talked about the neck pieces. Interchangeable, you can shorten up the head, lengthen the head, do things like that. Uh-oh, lost the tail. I don't know if I didn't heat it up for a long time, but it does go back in there. So there you go. Got that. And then, like I said, there is a hole back here for the sheath here for the knife and all that. You can store that back there if you wanted to. But the tail is very nice, I will say that. But then you get the dirty wash jeans. I guess we'll start in the head here in a sec, but let's get this dirty wash jeans. You got a nice rips and tears to it a little bit on the ends. Nice brown color up to the brown belt, looking really nice. You got that underbelly, which is a little lighter skin tone color, just like a crocodile or an alligator, you name it, would have. Looks really good, and you got a really good coloring throughout. And then you got, of course, the scales throughout on the body. You got to have that on an alligator, crocodile, once again, and that does work there. And the head, all day long, you're going to think alligator or crocodile. Technically crocodile, but I can see people messing up. But it definitely looks like that all day. You got the slits in the eyes, the very small eye, but the big snout, is that what we call it? We'll call it a snout. But a big old mouth, different colors, beautiful coloring on this. You can see the teeth on the outside, and then, of course, as you can imagine, the mouth can open. So it's got tons of expressions that are added, and you get that very pink inside the mouth. Very creepy, very scary looking. You can have him way open, just open, a little bit open, all the way closed. Choose your own mouth adventure is truly what you can do with Crocker here. Just absolutely cool there. Just a big, beefy boy, and one I kind of, like I said, I forgot about. This was ordered like a year ago. What is time? And it's cool to get a little surprise in the mail that you're not really expecting, and that's exactly what this kind of was there. But very cool looking figure here. Very big, very beefy. Definitely going to go in my Ninja Turtle collection. I'm not exactly sure where, and I guess that brings us to a little comparison time here in this video, as I'm going to compare him so you can kind of see some size differences, because like I said, I keep saying this guy is a big boy. First, let's start with a little NECA Ninja Turtle. How about the NECA Ninja Turtle movie edition? You know, these are a little bit bigger than their cartoon counterparts, easy for me to say, and you can see that height difference right there. He is a big boy compared to this guy right here. And then, like I said, we will compare him to that Spring, not Leonardo figure, that third-party company one. Look at that height difference. I mean, that is a big difference right there. He is very small next to Crocker. So I don't know, is that about right size? I guess you guys tell me, but you can see that comparison. Of course, why not get some more Leatherheads out here? We got the cartoon version of Leatherhead. Always a cool figure, always a good-looking figure. Really like this one. A little bit more delicate than I would have liked it to be, but it is a cool figure. It definitely looks really nice. Forgot his stand for him, but you can kind of see how those guys compare to each other. Definitely much smaller. How about we go all the way back to the Playmates days? We'll get the Playmates Leatherhead as well. It's a totally different scene going on here, but you can see that difference. He scales better with the Spring down there. There's a little Leatherhead comparison. And then we continue on. How about Killer Croc? I did mention that. That's the new McFarlane one. The newer McFarlane giant figure there. You can see that height difference. Big height difference, but definitely tighter, a little skinnier, where this guy is big. and chunky once again, so you can see that difference. And then, of course, why not the Croc Master from G.I. Joe? I don't know if even Croc Master could take old Crocker. Can he keep him in line? I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that, but man, oh man, do I like this a lot. I knew I would like it, but getting it in hand, seeing the attention to detail, all the bells and whistles, all the different coloring on him, and then all the cool accessories, and especially the neck accessories that you can shorten up, lengthen the head a little bit. Just a very, very cool idea. I'm anxious to see where this line goes. I'm not sure if I'm a buyer on like the Werewolf and some of the other ones they have coming. I would like to be, you just can't collect everything. But this one really hits a lot of different things. Like I said, it can go with Turtles, it can go with DC, it can go in many different lines, and it was worth checking out for me. Of course, like I said, this is the Big Bad Toy Store edition, so choose your own adventure which one you want. I guess it comes down to the accessories, what color you want on these, but I like the little brighter versions here. It just spoke to me a little bit more, but your mileage may vary, of course. But what say you? Did you pick this one up? This one kind of flew under the radar, and especially being pre-ordered so far out, I can see a lot of people maybe not knowing about this one yet, but I think there's going to be some interest in this one from a lot of collectors from a lot of different toy lines. But let me know your thoughts on old Crocker here in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far, you might as well like the video. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. As you know, we got videos every single day, and then some. Yes, and then some. So make sure you do subscribe to this very YouTube channel, and you can get bonus videos, early access to videos, Q&As, you name it, a lot going on over on the old Patreon channel. So once again, link in the description below down there. Your best way to support the channel and all of its content. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and then don't forget about social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Big Crocker, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.